Good morning and welcome to the Forest Prep School Open Morning, virtually this year for obvious reasons. I'm James Sanderson, I'm the head of the prep school, and my responsibility is for all the pupils aged 4 to 11. This morning you'll get the chance to hear a lot about the prep school and about the admissions process and how you can put your child forward for assessment. It's a really important decision for all families. The assessment and choice of a school is a massive part of what's going to become your family life for the next few years and also the way that you want your child to develop. Forest Prep School is proud of its traditions, but it's also at the cutting edge of education in terms of technology and in terms of educational practice. Now remember, if you have any other questions, do get in touch with us. We're very happy to help you in any way that you need to find out things about Forest. And we look forward to welcoming you here to Forest Prep School. Each year, 48 pupils join Forest Pre-Prep. They'll be divided exactly into 24 boys and 24 girls. And each of those boys and girls will be separated out into 3 classes of 16, always 8 boys and 8 girls in each class. And so each year there will be 16 boys and girls who will be bumblebees, 16 who will be rabbits, and 16 who will be squirrels. But of course all the boys and girls play together all of the time. Your child needs to be 4 years old by the 1st of September in the year of entry. We have a series of low-key activities which include picture recognition, some letter recognition, following a pattern, knowing colours, counting, drawing, naming simple shapes, sequencing, listening to a story, playing, and responding sensibly to the adults who are present.
Hello, I'm Mr. Lander. I'm the Senior Deputy Head here at Forest Prep.
And I'm Mr. Clements and I'm the Head of Curriculum at Forest Prep.
So, who better to tell you about what life is like at Forest Prep than the pupils themselves? And we have 4 of them here today with us. So Angus, you were new here last year. What was it like to be a new pupil at Forest Prep?
It was kind of scary but exciting as well. Maybe my favourite part of the day is lunch break, so we can get some fresh air, run around and play games.
And eat, of course.
Yes.
And what other subjects do we learn and why is our day sometimes so jam-packed with stuff to do, Kyle?
Well, it's always really good jam-packed because there's always things to do and always things to enjoy, like science, geography, history. There's so many wide topics we can learn in all of the subjects.
And what language do we start learning in year 1, Abigail?
We learn Mandarin.
Mandarin. And what do you think of Mandarin?
Well, it is a bit challenging, but when you get to know it, then you know that it gets more easier and more easier.
Okay, if somebody was very sporty and they were coming to Forest, are there things that they can do when they get here to do with their interest in sport? Angus, what do you think?
Well, there are there's this thing called activities where you can choose sport activities like ABC Sports, indoor cricket. There's this they do for an hour where you play tag rugby, hockey, football and sports.
And what other instruments, so Kyle and Uli, you've done this before as you're older, what other choices do you get? What instruments do you have the choice to learn? What did you do, Uli, when you did that?
I did flute. I did it with Fia, and then Isla and Lila, who's now left for the Cayman Islands, did clarinet.
Okay, same question to Uli. Your favourite thing about being here?
Well, my favourite thing is that we get lots of breaks, so then we can just play free with our friends.
Okay, Abigail, what about you?
My favourite thing is the teachers, because they're the people who actually help you learn and stuff. And I think that if they weren't here, then we wouldn't have a school.
If you had some advice to somebody who was starting here next year, let's say, as a new pupil, what advice would you pass on based on your experience? Kyle, what would you say to them?
I would say have a great time, learn lots.
So I would say, the same as Kyle, and I would also say make sure to talk to an adult if somebody's being mean to you, and in Forest you can always find friends.
Abigail, same question?
To make friends and to have fun.
Kyle, can you explain to us what a house is at Forest?
So a house is, you have many members of your house, and in year 6 you have 2 captains of that house. And that house you do lots of activities together, such as you can compete in sports, a house unison, or things like that.
Can you remember the name of one of the houses, Kyle?
Morris.
Morris? Uli, can you name another one of the houses?
My house, Fernside.
Fernside? Abigail, can you remember? No? Angus?
Mind blank.
Mind blank?
If you had to sum up being a pupil at Forest in 3 words, what would those 3 words be? And who's going to go first? How about Abigail, seeing as she volunteered?
Enjoyable, fun, and challenging.
Very good. How about Kyle, what would you say?
Fun, friendly, and educational.
Uli?
Well, fun, creative, and enjoyable.
Fantastic. Angus?
So, enjoy, talk, and learn.
And in the pre-prep, so Abigail, you were in the pre-prep last year. What musical opportunities were there in pre-prep?
There was this club after school. I can't remember the name of it. It was a really nice club.
And pre-prep's quite famous for its some form of dancing, isn't it, as well? What dancing does pre-prep do, which is amazing? As Miss Sahins do?
Bollywood.
Bollywood. Did you ever do Bollywood dancing?
No.
No? Would you do Bollywood dancing? No. So, thank you very much for coming along on what is not even the first day of our term yet to talk to everyone who will be wanting to know what life's like at Forest Prep's Day, and hopefully we would have got an idea of what life's like at Forest Prep, and we hope to meet you in person as soon as we can. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Prep School Open Morning. My name is Paul Faulkner. I'm the head of the pre-prep here at Forest School, so I'm responsible for our youngest children, the 4-year-olds, up to year 2, which is 7 years of age. This morning we'll be sharing with you some information about the assessment process. It's an exciting time to be joining Forest School. We've just completed our expansion. We're now 3-form entry in reception, year 1 and year 2. If there are still any unanswered questions that you have after today, please do get in contact with us and we'll look forward to hearing from you. Forest Prep School forms the first part of the school's diamond structure, and pupils are taught in co-educational classes of 16 children. Our pre-prep goes up to 7 years of age, which is year 2. Each pre-prep class has 1 full-time teacher and a full-time teaching assistant. From this September, we'll be expanding to 3 forms per year group in the pre-prep. Our reception classrooms will be moving to the main prep school building and will be based on the ground floor, and we are currently in the process of kitting them out in state-of-the-art furniture for the classrooms and an exciting and enriching outdoor area. As the pupils progress through the pre-prep, the 3 classes of 16 pupils will then go on to the prep school, where they are split into 2 classes of 24, 1 class of boys and 1 class of girls. In the pre-prep, the children are taught mainly by their form teacher, but during the week there are lessons taught by specialist teachers as well, For example, computing, drama, music, swimming and PE, and from year 1, Mandarin. In the pre-prep, we teach a creative curriculum, meaning that the subjects are taught in the context of a topic, such as Let's Celebrate, The Circus is Coming to Town, or The Magic Toy Maker. We start each topic off with a brilliant beginning, and this enables us to capture the children's interests and start our learning journey with a bang. Examples include a giant snow globe in the playground, in which children climb through to experience winter weather for the start of our whatever the weather topic, and a visiting workshop for the day from the Stomp performance that kicked off our sound and light topic. Early Years Foundation Stage EYFS curriculum. Children in reception follow the early learning goals for the revised statutory framework of the Early Years Foundation Stage. There are 7 areas of learning within the Early Years Foundation Stage, which cover the main areas of young children's development. These areas are personal, social and emotional development, communication and language, physical development, literacy, mathematics, understanding of the world, and expressive arts and design. In reception, there is a balance of structured activities and free play learning activities, both indoors and outdoors, each day. Developing children's social skills is a major part of the reception curriculum. The skills necessary to become a proficient reader are given high priority also. Forest Prep School follows the Jolly Phonics programme. We also use the Oxford Reading Tree, supported by many well-known reading schemes, to develop reading skills. There are numerous fun activities given to the reception pupils to prepare them for the more formal work in literacy and numeracy in years 1 and 2 and beyond. Outdoor learning is a key component of the reception curriculum, and we have recently created a forest schools area in the forest next to the school grounds. We have 2 members of staff that are level 3 trained in forest schools, and the reception classes have 1 afternoon a week in this area where they can practice skills such as resilience, risk-taking, independence, and problem solving, as well as developing their maths and English skills. Key Stage 1, Years 1 and 2. After the Early Years Foundation stage, children begin to follow broadly the national curriculum, beginning with Key Stage 1 for 5 to 7-year-olds in Year 1 and 2. In both reception and Key Stage 1, we teach the subjects through a creative curriculum wherever possible, and topics change each half term. This gives the children a context in which to learn and encourages qualities such as collaboration, independence, creativity, and resilience. Handwriting and phonics are practiced regularly. Tables and number bonds are learned once they have been thoroughly investigated through practical activities. Children are also introduced to Mandarin from Year 1, and this becomes the core modern foreign language throughout the pre-prep and the prep school.
A minute so far. Remember my big measuring stick? I'm going to measure how successful you've been. Wow.
I picked up a chemical leaf.
Oh, it's a sycamore, isn't it?
This is a very good school.